Thanks for joining us. Today we're going to look at what's inside this box, and it's pretty obvious because it's got a picture of what's in it on the outside. So you get this nice plastic case, which is good. And we have the Tippmann TiPX. This is also sold with a slightly different valve as the Salt home defense pistol. We're not really interested in that. We're interested in looking at the TiPX Paintball Pistol. 68 caliber, made of polymer, mostly polymer and aluminium, steel internals or metal internals for where the air's housed. It is probably one of the best selling paintball guns ever. Most people who have ever been into paintball seriously have probably owned one or used one at some time in the past. And it's still going strong today. And that's because it's a cracking piece of kit. We'll look at some of the features. You've got a really simple safety there. I like that. Just a push button safety, nice and easy. You've got this metal, I'm not sure how to describe it, but it's a metal trigger. Nice, easy pull on that. Good action. It comes with two 7-round magazines for paintball. The TiPX isn't first strike ready. It only fires round ball. You can fire rubber rounds with it. We'll go into more information on that later on, but let me show you. If you did want to fire first strikes, you'd have to fit something like this. Now this is the gun head, V3. Very nicely anodized in a kind of purpley red color, and that's just a simple case, or not so simple case, of you just take out these screws. We may do a video on this. There's others out there. You take out these screws and you just fit that in the breech, inside the gun. That changes the shape of the breech to a D-shaped first strike shape, which allows you to use round ball or first strike. That's probably the only bugbear for me with this, is it's not first strike ready straight out of the box. It's mag fed. Would love everything mag fed to be first strike. No, that isn't the case, but yeah, that is the only bugbear. But these are fairly cheap, fairly easy to install, and that's the Gunhead V3, good accessory for the TiPX. We've also got in this box your basic barrel plug, your squeegee for cleaning it, a few Allen keys, a few bits and pieces, some grease. You've got a comprehensive manual, really useful, goes into a lot of detail. I'd say the one thing that we find or have found in the past is that quite often you might get a leak coming out of this valve here, which is your regulator, and it's just a simple adjustment of reseating that, just a few turns. That's also how you control your velocity. So if you want it down, then it is clockwise, and if you want to go up, then it's anti-clockwise. If I've got that wrong, I'll change things in the comments below. And yeah, so really simple. This is where your CO2 goes in. Goes in there. If you do find that your CO2 does not pierce, then it's a simple case of, you've got adjusters in there. You can adjust that, you can adjust where that sits. Really easy to do. Let's load it up. Let's see how it shoots. So we're going to use another accessory, just because it makes life a bit easier. So this is called a Zeta mag. This is extended mag for the TiPX. It's like that. You've got, it's a dual stack, so you can have 10 rounds in there, 10 rounds in there, so you can carry 20 rounds. Let me just show you how to load that. Really simple. This comes with it. And looks a bit like a large ladies applicator. And we're going to use graffiti paintballs. So graffiti, it's been the go-to paintball for mag-fed for quite some time. We are in a really cold warehouse. It is winter when we're shooting this. One thing, paintballs, cold weather, don't always go well together, but we're hoping this will perform like we're expecting it to. So the follower's locked down. There we got 10 in there, and then you unlock the follower. I don't know what you'd call it, the detent, that won't, or what's holding the balls in there, the latch if you like, that won't deactivate and allow the balls to release until that's inserted in the magazine. Now what we do, we put that on that end, get our applicator again, push that down. Always a good idea when you're loading a mag just to look at the paint when you're actually putting it in there. It's not everyone, but I noticed a few in here. Just got some flat spots, like this one here. Just got some flat spots. That's probably not gonna fly particularly well. And maybe just put that to one side. And then again, release the follower. We're gonna put the CO2 in. And the great thing about the TiPX is that CO2 won't activate, won't be pierced until you press the trigger. When you press the trigger, that's it, gun's ready to go. So you can leave a full 12 gram in there and you're not going to find any leakages, you're not going to find you're accidentally going to shoot anything off until you actually deliberately pull that trigger. So I'm going to get our goggles on, try the Zeta mag, we're going to try the 7 round with rubber rounds as well, and yeah, we're going to see how we get on. So just before we shoot this, so glad you made it this far. For a bit of encouragement for us, if you can give us a thumbs up, that would be great. If you've enjoyed this video, if you could subscribe, we've got a stack of videos similar to this where we talk about other mag-fed guns, pistols, like the Umarex T4E range, and we've got a stack of videos coming up. So if you can subscribe and hit the notifications button, that would be great. And next time we release a video, you'll get a notification in your inbox. So let's shoot this. So we've shot the TiPX, it shot great. It was hit from a 50 feet target, it was hitting the target exactly where I was pointing it at every time. Can't fault it for that. The only real bugbear I would say for me is your 12 gram, I don't know what, they cost about 50p from most shops, which works out 50 cents, 60, 70 cents, something like that. You only get probably 15, 16 effective shots. It is cold, so you will see more in warmer weather. And if you rapid fire, so if you pull that trigger fast, you'll probably see even less than that. So that's a drawback for me. I mean, with the mag, it did empty. Every single one of those was on point, was on target, was hitting the target exactly where you'd want it to hit it. So great for that. Not so great for that efficiency-wise. Not sure how you could do better, but yeah, it would be nice to see more coming from this. One thing you can do with the TiPX is, if you are going to be using it, is you can fit what is basically called a remote line adapter. So this, you've got a piece here just by the velocity adjuster. You punch that out, you screw that into that valve there, and then you do have to keep an empty 12 gram in there. You can attach a remote line to your TiPX. You can attach it to a tank like that, or something bigger, 13 CI tank, 2-inch diameter tank, 3K PSI. That will probably give you around about 120 to 150 shots on your TiPX, which is a lot better than the 15 you get from a 12 gram. So that is one way of getting around that efficiency issue. A few other accessories we've got for the TiPX. There's one, and this is the stock barrel. We shot with a stock barrel, and I think the stock barrel shot great. But to get a better result, or if you want to go, first strike, then you can obviously get specifically rifled first strike barrels for the TiPX, and we just put a big shot Lapco barrel in there, slightly smaller bore size, polished, bead blasted inside. Going to get a better result with a barrel like that, and the results we got with the stock barrel were good, so that is very, very promising. And that's A5 threaded, so not every A5 barrel will fit. It needs to be either specifically advertised for the TiPX or 7/8 diameter. Otherwise it just will not go in there. If you're a fan of an SMG, you like the submachine gun look, there is a body kit out there made by MCS. Really simple. These 3 screws come out. It's a little bit easier to fit it if you take that out. Simple case of sliding that on there. You get 3 screws with the kit. They fit in through there, slightly longer than the originals. Stick our big shot barrel on there. Take our Zeta mag, and there you go. You got a SMG style TiPX. Looks great. I'd say, let me just show you what this does, if I can do it. Folding stock, goes left or right depending on how you fit it. Yeah, just a nice accessory for the TiPX. So let's take that off. So there we have it. That's the TiPX, probably the best selling paintball pistol in history. So yeah, hope you enjoyed this video, and see you for the next one.